Hey everybody, and welcome back to Baking with Joy. Tonight we're going to be making a coconut custard pie. And I'm going to be using Tammy's recipe from Collard Valley Cooks. But I'm going to, she calls hers a French coconut pie. And I'll be honest, I've never made a coconut custard, but I had one refrigerated pie crust that I'm going to use that I rolled out in this little pie tin. And I'm not sure, but I don't think it's a deep dish. So I'm going to be using her recipe for just a regular pie crust. But I will list the ingredients in the description box. But if you're going to be using a deep dish pie crust, you will need to increase your buttermilk from 1/4 of a cup to 1/2 of a cup. And you'll be needing to use 3 eggs instead of 4. But I'm going to be using her recipe for the regular pie crust. Okay, French coconut pie or coconut custard. And to start with, I've melted a stick of butter in this little bowl. And I've got my little refrigerated pie crust in my pie tin. And I've got 1.5 cups of sweetened flaked coconut. And I'm just going to be putting it right here in the bottom of the pie crust. Just like that. And we're going to pour our liquid ingredients right over that, because the coconut will float to the top. And actually, I'm going to take just a little bit out. And I'll show you what I'm going to do with that once I pour the liquid batter on top of this coconut. Okay, to this stick of melted butter, I'm going to be adding 3 egg yolks. And we're going to whisk that all in. Whisk it in really good. And I've got 3/4 cups of granulated sugar going in. And I'm going to mix that together to the 3 egg yolks and the stick of melted butter. This is a really simple recipe. There's no need to pre-bake the pie crust. Some people do. But on Tammy's channel on Collard Valley Cooks, I believe she said that it would be best not to pre-bake. So we're not going to be pre-baking it. Now I've got my oven preheated to 325. Now I've got 1/4 cup of whole buttermilk that I'm putting in here. And I'm just going to stir that up in there. And your batter will be really thick. And I'm going to put in about 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I'm just going to whisk this all in. Now, let's see, I'm going to take I kind of want about 1.5 tablespoons of coconut. What I'm going to do is sprinkle this on the top. So we're going to go over here and we're just going to pour this right over onto our coconut. And I'm just going to make sure all of my coconut is covered up pretty much. I think that's good. Now I'm going to take this coconut that I removed from the 1.5 cups that I put on the bottom. And remember, I said it's about 1.5 tablespoons. I'm just going to sprinkle a little on the top. And what that's going to do is give it a nice toasty look. A little brown toasty look. Okay. Now that was perfect for this regular pie shell. And just remember, for the deep dish version, you would increase your buttermilk from 1/4 cup to 1/2 cup, and your eggs from 3 to 4 eggs for the deep dish. Okay, we're going to pick this up here, and I'm going to transfer it on this little small baking sheet. That's just to keep from spilling. Whenever you have a pie that you're going to bake, like a custard, or it has a lot of liquid in it, it's best to put it on a pie plate so it doesn't spill over in the floor as you're putting it into the oven or in your oven. Okay, the oven's set at 325. It's preheated, and we're going to bake this pie anywhere from 50 to 60 minutes. And after that time, when it looks like it's set, I will take it out, and it will probably have to chill for a little bit before we cut it. But right now, we're going to put it in the oven for roughly around an hour, and we'll come back when it's... Okay, everybody, we're back, and it took exactly 50 minutes at 325 to bake this French custard pie, or just coconut custard pie. And I've cut a piece, and I let it cool for at least a good 40 minutes before I cut it. But you see that it's set perfectly. So I'm going to do a little taste test. And it's delicious. If you love coconut, you'll love this coconut custard pie. And I want to thank you for joining me tonight. Thank you to my viewers. If you're watching for the first time, this is Baking with Joy. And thank you to my subscribers. And thank you, Tammy Nichols, for this delicious recipe of coconut custard pie. And everybody, until next time, this has been Baking with Joy. And have a glorious, blessed day.